I can distinctly remember that morning driving into work. I mean, it was that eerie sky. You can just, windy already, very dry. And so I was driving into Station 35, was where I was stationed there. We took out one of the first strike teams out to Scripps Ranch. I grew up here in Scripps Ranch when I was 5 years old. I lived in that community that we saw homes burning down. I remember looking at front yards and homes that I spent a lot of time at friends' house that were no longer there. And certainly it was frustrating as a firefighter to realize that we couldn't put out all those fires. There were too many fires going on.
Chief, I mean, you're giving me goosebumps just listening to that. That was Chief Colin Stowell of San Diego Fire Rescue sharing his firsthand experience of the devastating Cedar Fire.
Today marks 20 years since that fire impacted the lives of so many San Diegans, and Chief Stowell joining us in studio now with his personal experience and insight on how firefighting really has changed since that Cedar Fire.
Unbelievable. Chief, good morning. Thanks for joining us, first of all. It's 20 years, and we ask everybody, like, can you believe it's been 20 years? And time really does go by fast, but it really doesn't. Tell us where you were in your career back then, because you grew up in Scripps Ranch, obviously, but when this happened, and in your line of work, to have this happen in your own backyard where you grew up, what was that like?
It was personal. I just remember that morning driving into work, just the skies, the pink skies, the wind was already blowing. Knowing I was heading over to my station at UTC area. As soon as we got there, we got assigned out one of the first strike teams to Scripps Ranch. And as I mentioned in that video, to see the devastation in the community that I grew up in since I was 5 years old, and to just reflect back on personal experiences in that neighborhood that were just no longer, they didn't exist anymore, was certainly,
wow.
It hit me hard.
Where were you in your career at that point? I mean, so much time has passed now.
It has. I was a fire captain, and I was actually working as a trainee as first strike team leader, as we call it. And so I was working alongside of a battalion chief in charge of 5 other apparatus that were assigned in our strike team.
Were you surprised? You're already a captain. You already had the experience with the fire, and we were. One of the things that really surprised me is looking back that fire was spreading at one point 2 acres a second.
Yeah.
A second. To me, that's mind blowing. Were you surprised, given where it started, and when the wind kicked up the Santa Anas? Were you surprised at just how quickly that thing spread and how widespread it was?
Oh, absolutely. You know, I don't think Southern California had seen a fire, and the state of California at that time had never seen a fire so devastating. But yeah, as you mentioned, 3,600 acres in a minute as it was traveling. And our first strike team went down into Poway at first, thinking we'd be able to make a stop there. Quickly realized we were in a bad place. We were not going to stop it there, and moved up to Scripps Ranch. And as I pointed out, during a wildfire storm like that, there's no amount of resources, aerial resources, ground resources, that are going to stop that when you got 60-mile-an-hour winds blowing through.
October, right around this time, my first son was born around this time. So every year is his birthday. I don't know why it's a trigger, the month of October, for fire. And they say every day, or it is a fire season really here in California, but it's right around this time that the weather does something really unique. Is there truth to that?
Oh, it's always a case. And I remember as a kid growing up, and right when school started in September, that's when the Santa Anas would come through. Yes, San Diego has year-round fire season, but we also know that we've got peak season, that certain wind events will certainly cause more challenges. And we see that in September, October, November, and even into December, that you've got that concern.
The Cedar Fire back then, it was the worst our state had ever seen. Unfortunately, now I think it's in like 4th place. Not that we're ranking, but you know. In terms of what you had learned up until that point in your career, when you faced this kind of monster wildfire, how did that compare to the previous fires that you'd battled in terms of wildfires and everything else? You'd never seen anything like this.
No, we hadn't, but I think right now we have so much more advanced technology.
Yeah.
We've got advances in the fire service. We've got better communication systems. So we see improvements not only in the San Diego Fire Department, but in the fire service overall. Everything from building code changes to fire safe councils now, and working with the communities on prevention efforts there. Communications, certainly, more resources, more aircraft. We couldn't fly helicopters at night and drop water back in 2003, and we can now. A lot of the agencies are certified there.
You can. The technology has changed, but
has.
I think when we look at a lot of these natural disasters, everybody thinks it won't happen to me. It's all what you see on the news. It's what happened somewhere else. And we had a woman by the name of Sandra on our show earlier today. She lost her home in this fire. She said right before when they moved into the house, they'd spent thousands of dollars trying to do the defensible space, thinking that they're doing the right thing. Do you think now in 2023, San Diego is ready for a fire like this?
Well,
again?
I'm not gonna profess that any community is ready for a wildfire storm that we saw in 03 or 07 there. But the preventative measures that the residents can take would protect them from most of the fires going through. But I'll tell you, even no amount of resources could have stopped that wall of fire that was coming through Scripps Ranch and Tirasan at that time. Wow. But our efforts after the fire blew through those communities and being overwhelmed with how many homes were burning. 2,200 homes we lost in that fire. It was devastating. But right now, our fire modeling, our weather forecasting can give us some advance notice and prepare those citizens. And most importantly, the alert systems that we have in place now to tell the residents, start packing up, you need to get out. We didn't have that in 03. And so you saw frantic chaos in the morning of just grabbing bags of stuff and running to their cars and trying to get out.
In 03 we learned that. 4 years later we had another reminder, hey, did you not listen to us? And then what happened in 07? I think now we're at the best place communication. You mentioned it within the fire department has never been better. The cell phone technology has been critical in sending out alerts to people, and those cameras where they spot the little smoke, that has been like, it's a game changer. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Artificial intelligence is going to
Artificial
and you're going to see
intelligence,
that where they can pick up the smallest little smoke and alert all of those agencies there.
You have a news conference later today. What are you going to be talking about?
1 o'clock, we'll be talking in joint with a lot of the other fire agencies and talking about a lot of these improvements that we've made, our partnership, our coordination, collaboration with all of them, which has really made San Diego County and our region much more safe.